Hello, students of 8th class. We'll continue with history and civics. In the last session and in the last videos, I just gave you introduction and explanation of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. That means the election, how the election take place, what is the strength composition of Lok Sabha, and in the next we are going to study the working and the functions of parliament. So we have compare and understand the working of Lok Sabha, describe the relation between the two houses, and explain the powers and functions of the parliament. So we'll start with this straight way. We have studied Lok Sabha. That means parliament, the union legislature has two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And then in detail we studied about Lok Sabha composition and so on regarding election. And now to qualify for Lok Sabha, a member must be citizen of India, should not be less than 25 years of age. He should be mentally sound. He should not be an insolvent, that is, he should not be in debt or should have the ability to meet his financial commitments. He should not hold an office of profit under the government. That means, if he becomes MP, he should not hold any other office or any government job. See, at a time, he can have only one. He should not be a proclaimed offender, criminal. So these are the qualifications. Okay. Now, who forms the government? When there is an election of MPs, like your MP is Sunny Deol. So when there was an election, general election, all the candidates are fielded, like in the cricket. Players are fielded different in the gully, in the deep. Like this, candidates from the parties, especially Congress, BJP, many other parties, regional party, they place their candidate at different constituency. Constituency means area. So, whosoever party's more MP wins, 51%, I told you in the last. So, from 545, 51% the MPs win from the particular party. They form the government. The leader of the party is invited to become Prime Minister, and further they form the government by choosing the Council of Ministers and the Cabinet. So next, working of Lok Sabha. The first hour of each day of the session is allotted for putting questions to the ministers. That means the opposition party always keeps a ready-made questions, working of the administration. If there are any lapses, then the ruling party is questioned. This is called question hour. No business can be transacted either house unless 10% of the total members of the house are present. That is known as a quorum. This is an important one. The parliament can introduce a new laws as well as change the old ones. A law is first introduced as a bill. So, first one, there is one draft called bill. This bill, when it is goes under first reading, second reading and third reading, becomes, when it is passed by Lok Sabha and then passed by Rajya Sabha, it becomes act. It becomes act. And then when act is written in the constitution, it becomes a law. Clear? So, what are the function of Lok Sabha? Legislative function. They pass bills and make laws on union list, on concurrent list, even on a state list also, sometime during emergency and so on, the Lok Sabha makes laws. Then financial power. The House of the People controls the treasury. How much monies are spent by the ruling party, by the government. Each and everything is questioned by the opposition party. So Lok Sabha has a better check on the ruling party, on the spending of the money in the country. Then control over the Council of Minister. The Council of Minister is responsible to the Lok Sabha. In every lapse in the administration in the country, if who is responsible here? Council of Minister and the Prime Minister. They are responsible to the Lok Sabha. Then we have Rajya Sabha. I told you already what is the composition of Rajya Sabha in the last. Here in your book it is written 245, but actually it is 250. Remember that, students. Just see, correct it. It's a 250, and 12 are nominated. 12 are nominated by the president. Now, who is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha? Rajya Sabha is it's a permanent house. Rajya Sabha, it is a permanent house. So 1/3 members retire after every 2 years. So one member has 6 years term. Clear? So in the last time I told you the members of Rajya Sabha are elected indirectly. They are elected indirectly in accordance with the proportional representation by the means of single transferable vote system. So he is our ex officio chairman. Vice President is the ex officio chairman. Like in Lok Sabha, we have a speaker. So Rajya Sabha session is presided over by the Vice President. And at present, we have Venkaiah Naidu is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Qualification, the same qualification we follow for the Lok Sabha, but only the age is different. For Lok Sabha, age is 25, and for Rajya Sabha, its age is 30. Now next, powers of Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha considers and approves non-money bill and suggests amendment to the money bill. It approves constitutional amendment. Members of the Rajya Sabha participate in the election and removal of the president. That means when vice president and president is to be elected, they participate in the election, members of Rajya Sabha. And even if the president is to be removed or vice president or judges to be removed, they participate in the removal, in the process of impeachment. It exercises control over the executive by asking questions, introducing motions and resolutions. It can give Union Parliament power to make laws on matters including the state list. I told you that sometime Union Parliament can make laws only when Rajya Sabha agrees, 2/3 majority agrees. No. Generally, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, that means powers and function of a parliament. It frames new laws and amends or cancels them. Clear? From union list, I have already spoken to you, 99 subjects are there. So in certain case, it can make laws on the subjects of the state list. The parliament along with the state legislature can pass laws on 47 subjects of the concurrent list and then sometime from state list. Control on the national finance. How does Parliament controls on the ruling party? It is here. Control over the government. How it is controlled? The government is directly responsible to the Parliament for its acts of commission and omission. The members of Parliament can also move adjournment motion. There are various motions. Vote of no confidence motion when the government falls. If it passes vote of no confidence motion, the ruling party falls. And then there is a re-election. Through adjournment motion, many current issues which are occurring in the country can be raised by the members of Lok Sabha. Okay, so that is an adjournment motion. Then members can ask any question relating to the administration of the state, and the ministers are obliged to answer them in this way. The parliament can also hold the strings of the government tight by voting a cut in the annual budget. Suppose the finance minister has passed a resolution that 10,000 crore to be spent on the roads, for the roads. So any of the members can have a cut motion to cut the budget for particular and use for some other purpose. So that is a cut motion. So we have 3-4 motions here: sincere motion, vote of no confidence motion, adjournment motion, and cut motion. So through these ways, the government is checked by the Lok Sabha members. So that's all from this much part and session and video. And in the next, we shall discuss the exercises, the question answers, and by that time you just try yourself. This is your homework to solve the exercise, and in the next video we shall have a discussion. Bye bye.